Howdy friends, it's Frightman and I am here with Penguin Scott and I have Tiffany.
And I have Chucky.
And we are going to do a dual assembly. So with no instructions, keep in mind, I am going to be assembling Tiffany.
I'm going to be in trouble.
But we're going to help them along the way. So hopefully it's going to be much easier than I think it is, or much easier than I hope it is, I should say. Both of these guys have servo motion in the head. So I'm ready to get started. Are you?
Yeah, let's do this.
So we're going to start with this base, and you notice that the poles are on the back of the base here. So you want to make sure that you got your poles on the back. You do. Actually, you are going to have the harder one. I think Tiffany's going to actually be easier from what I'm looking at. And it is now pole time. So before we put on those shoes, we need to put on those leg poles. Both of them basically have the same thing, right? 2 leg poles. For Tiffany, they are D's.
I've got C's.
And you know, I didn't know that that Chucky had a different type of pole than what Tiffany does. So are they the same letter or are they different?
They are. They're both C.
Okay, good. So it doesn't really matter. All right. With that done, now we can put the shoes on. The only caveat behind that is I can because I have a straight pole. He can't because he has those curved poles. So I have now just misled you to tell you to put those legs on, and you're going to have to take them right back off to be able to put the shoes on. But lucky for me, I can slide my shoes right on down.
And as these guys are witness, they saw me starting to put this on first.
Give him a hand. Don't worry about it. Where's your other shoe?
It's over here.
All right. I'll give him a hand there. So on Chucky, it looks like we do have to put those shoes down first, and then we can drop these legs. So next, we should be working with the clothing. So in your case, I'm assuming you have pants. And in my case, she has a white undergarment dress that we're going to put on. And in hers, she has the sensor in the front. And I'm assuming his does too. Well,
oh, here's a wire here.
So it's got to be a okay. So a sensor is
up top,
like way up there where the sticker is.
There's the wire.
Where that beautiful sticker is.
Oh yeah, the little arrow.
And her sensor is right here in the center. So if you need instructions, I can get them out and help you. But I think it's pretty straightforward. Man, I don't know about yours, but
yeah, it's got a weird odor. Is that what you're gonna say?
It stinks. These clothes. Yeah, they stink.
Hello, China.
I don't know. I can say even just weird. It just stinks.
These are high waters. So if he's in a flood, his pants stay dry.
So I got this guy to go along with Tiffany because I do again have the good guys, Chucky from last year, and he's really cute, but I just think this guy's going to go better with Tiffany since they're from the same movie. All right, okay. So will that go down any, or is it just going to...
That's as far as that goes down.
Because you're going to want to be able to have room to come with your body. There you go. Perfect. All right, it is time to get those bodies, and then we can go ahead and get their bodies on.
Okay.
So, bodies.
Everybody.
So, let's talk about bodies. So, Tiffany's and Chucky's is pretty dang similar. If you look at them, they're pretty similar. One noticeable difference is the build on Tiffany. So, she's kind of got a little breast action. Plus, she has that tattoo. What else? Not really much else. So, I'm ready to go ahead and drop my body onto these leg
got one of each there, don't I?
Now, I'm wondering, am I going to be able to bring this dress up over this? Usually, you would be able to do that. And in this case, I am thinking I cannot.
Uh-oh.
All right, so this is what happens when you try to assemble something and you don't read the directions. It looks like I will have to save her dress for after I put that body on. It looks like I am in luck. How about you?
I think I'm doing all right.
So there is that sensor on the front of her dress and his, so we are going to have to make sure that we leave or connect that sensor wire once you get that clothing
on. Well, can I go ahead and...
If your clothing is up and you got armholes sticking out, like, yeah, you could. So we still got wires to put in together in the back.
Yeah.
So I'll kind of like show you this. So there's a lot going on here. So still wires. So I wouldn't close them all the way up. Plus we got to get the arms on now. And I know like on Chucky, this arm, let me see that. This is, I believe, his left arm. So you can see that that's got a servo on it here, and it also has a light in this knife there. So you're definitely going to have wires on that, guys.
I just wanted to show them when I got the zipper down to this point here, it kind of stopped, and it was so well hidden that I didn't realize it went down to there.
So I'm going to say this is going to be her right arm. What I do need to figure out for her is, does the jacket need to go on her before I put her arm in? And survey says yes. So I'm going to go ahead and put her jacket lightly on here. Work these arms up.
Oh, I like her jacket.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Got a nice punk rock leather jacket going on. Leather. Yeah, she's kind of a badass here. Or scarred Chucky is not like no nice guy either, so figures he would be attracted to a woman of her stature. Or maybe not stature, what would be the word?
Woman of her.
I'll just say her type.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that. So I'm going to help you with this wire connection on his left arm.
Very good.
So while Scott is working on that, I have decided I'm going to go ahead and go forward with Tiffany's head. Because that's all I've got really left is her head.
Well, I can't see.
And then I just need to connect that wire. So let me go ahead and do that. And this is kind of interesting. This is a little different. That the head drops down with rubber around it, which makes sense, I guess, since it's going to move. That wasn't bad at all. Let me go ahead and connect that head wire for mine. How are you coming along?
Coming along pretty good. I haven't really attached any wires except for his arm.
I think I got her pretty well together. I'm going to go ahead and Velcro her dress in the back. And I forgot an important thing before I Velcro her dress in the back. I'm going to put her power. She don't have no pants legs, so my favorite thing, you know, is to put it up to pants legs and hide it, but that is not going to be an option on her. Well, that was kind of, it was slightly challenging, but not bad.
A little bit, yeah, it wasn't bad at all.
I think, what, maybe 5 minutes?
If I had done it by myself, maybe 10, because I'm kind of new at doing this, but yeah, 5 minutes with somebody, with, you know, when you have help like Frightman's, it's pretty quick.
Thank you, thank you. So what do you think about what they look like?
I like that his hair is stapled up here, which matches the staples here. He's got real staples and fake staples, and yeah, I think he's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like the scar. I definitely like the scar. He's got the scar going on the hand, scar going here. And we'll check out the movement in a minute. But I do like the movements. We already kind of took a cheat look at it. And it's pretty cool. The knife lights up red, but you're only going to really see that if it's dark. Like in the light here, it's not really showing that much. Of course, you got the servo up in the head, and he's kind of got that mohawkish. It looks like you could probably play around with his hair and kind of get a little bit more of a fuzzy look. From her perspective, I think it's kind of funny. It's the first, actually, you know what I was going to say? It's the first prop that I've had that's a woman that has breasts, but that's not true because Lethal Lily had kind of a breast form going on as well.
I never noticed Lethal, sorry.
Yeah, so maybe it's a common thing. What I'm not a fan of is this neck area. And I decided to take a double look at the instructions since I hadn't really looked at them to see if like I was missing something. Is something supposed to go here? But I didn't see anything in the instructions, and we're not missing anything out of the box. So I don't know how well this is showing up on camera, but like there's this huge gap like from the chest area to her head.
It's 2 fingers.
Like you can put, look at that.
Oh,
so yeah, I'm definitely not a fan of that, and I don't know that there's anything that you could really do on that really.
Just a loose scarf maybe, but
yeah,
it kind of takes away from her cleavage and her choker.
Yeah, maybe so. So I'm not a fan of that. Outside of that, I'm digging everything else. I think that we should check them out, but if we check them out, we need to check them out individually and not together.
Yeah.
Because when we first put them up and we plugged them in together,
They chatter a lot.
It's give you a headache.
It's like being in a haunted kindergarten.
I was gonna say a nursery.
A nursery, yeah.
Like in a nursery with a bunch of kids running around. So let's check out Chucky.
With knives.
With knives. Let's check out Chucky.
See, now that's the work of a true homicidal genius.
First thing we gotta do is get me out of this body once and for all.
All right, so when I filmed the demo for her, I was kind of curious how that neck was going to look like being farther away if you were an audience member, right, a trick-or-treater or something. I was like, probably won't be able to tell from a distance. Boy, was I wrong.
Well, and now that you say that, I'm wondering where, I mean, depends on where you put them for Halloween, but if they're down on the ground, maybe it won't show up so much, but...
Huh, that's kind of funny that he says that, because I'm thinking if it was higher up, it wouldn't show so much, because if it's down on the ground, you're really going to see into that.
I don't know, maybe I'm right. Or maybe he's right.
Yes. But, so another observation on the demo that I made is the fact that they both have music. They don't just talk. And I realized that's why they don't work good together.
Yeah, especially when we first had them on, like I said, it was like a kindergarten in here with all the music and the noise and talking.
But I think the biggest part of that is because if they just had their lines going back and forth, I think it would be okay. But having the music and two different things going on and everything, it just clashes. It doesn't work well. And then I really do miss the dimple action from my other Chucky. But I knew that this one didn't have it because
his eyes move, he winks, his head moves, and then you got the arm and the waist action.
And as far as that knife, like the knife blowing?
The knife looks really good with the lights.
Oh, it did?
I was impressed. Standing on this side,
okay,
the blade view on, with flat on the blade, it looks really good.
Okay,
like
so
it's glowing.
It probably looks different than from the side than it does from the front.
It does.
Okay, cool.
Well, I like his face. I like that you can see the fake brains underneath the skin, and he's got it the same thing right behind his eyes.
Oh yeah,
there.
I didn't actually even notice that. So the detail's really good.
Yeah, and his little jumper is pretty cute. He's got the stitching going on right there, like he was cut.
One thing that you pointed out that Chucky's sensor is really, really good. Hers is not as good as his.
A little bit more sensitive.
Yeah, because I noticed you barely move at all and you're triggering off Chucky. And over here, I'm kind of like, come on, let's go, girl.
I do have one more thing that I'd like to say, and I mentioned it when we first started playing with how they sounded together. I wish they could interact with one another. So if he asked her to be his wife or something like that, it would be nice if she could respond. I don't know, I kind of feel like they were rushed to get these out because pants could be a little bit longer because that keeps riding up.
Is it, or is it? Yeah, it's kind of...
Her dress also could be a little longer because sometimes you can see those beautiful legs. Look at those legs. And he just looks boxy up here or something to me.
Yeah, he does look boxy. I almost want to say something's up, but I don't think it is. It's just...
I think they were rushed.
It is boxy. So maybe.
But it is a shame they don't create these with a mode that turns off the music, because if you just had this one prop standing at your door, the music and everything would be cool. Mm-hmm. But if you have a bunch of props like Frightman, or you have these two standing together, they just clash. They completely clash.
Yeah, so I wish... My big dream would be, from a soundtrack standpoint, is if you had the option to have music on or music off from the soundtrack. Like a separate volume control for that. That would be really, really cool. Anyway, that's about all I got. You got anything else?
I don't believe I do.
No. So
congratulations on your twins.
Yeah, thank you. So hopefully you enjoy Tiffany and Scarred Chucky, and until next time, stay spooky, my friends.